2024 was a great year for music, but it was also a bad year for music. So I have gathered 24 of the worst mainstream songs, and we're gonna see which one is the worst song of 2024. Before we get into the battles, the way I'm determining this is through a bracket, and the placement is strictly on alphabetical order. So now that we got that covered, let's get into the first battle. BB Belt by Ice Spice and Bigfoot by Nicki Minaj. I'm gonna say I think BB Belt is gonna be the better song out of the two. I like the flow better and I like the beat better than Bigfoot. Bigfoot's just kind of a weak song. It has a long outro, sounds like ramblings of a psycho at the end. I would just prefer listening to BB Belt over Bigfoot. So I'm gonna say Bigfoot moves on. Bomb versus Facts. Pretty easy to tell who's gonna move on. Facts for sure has to move on. Bomb is still not a great song though, but are we doing Bomb with You Know Miles? Because surprisingly, I actually liked You Know Miles' part. Shockingly. My brain might be warped from that, but I actually like You Know Miles' part in Bomb on the remix. So if we're going off of that, then it's an easy victory for Bomb being the better song. And Facts is moving on. So I'm gonna say Facts by Tom MacDonald and Ben Shapiro, like weirdest collab. That's moving on. Gimme a Light versus Grippy. Miss Poopy is back. I think we already know who's moving on. It's Grippy. Grippy is atrocious. Lyrics, they make me like sick to my stomach, honestly, when I hear this. And Cash Cobain, do not like his rapping at all. I do not like it. The mixing of like the vocals also sounds very weird. Like it does not sound good. I don't want to hear about how that shit is macaroni. I do not care. I don't want to hear it. And also, there's a lyric I would just want to bring up from Grippy. You piss my bitches off like a potty. Isn't that the words of a genius? I mean, I guess I can't say anything because Ice Spice just says she's Miss Poopy a lot, so lyricism is not great on both, but yeah, J. Cole, Cash Cobain, Grippy is moving on. The Heart Part 6 versus HOODRAT. The Heart Part 6 is just kind of weak, man. It was just kind of a lame ass ending to the disses between Drake and Kendrick. I wasn't a fan of it. I think I literally listened to it like once when it came out and then once again for this video. Although it's weak, I cannot stand to listen to HOODRAT. It's just infuriating to me. I just can't stand it. I just can't. I can't listen to that loop over and over again. So HOODRAT, you're moving on. Sorry, Kanye, but you're moving on. I Love It versus Jail Part 1. Let me just start off with Jail Part 1. Jail Part 1 was insane. I didn't listen to it before this, but I saw a lot of people saying it was a terrible song. And it's more of an audiobook than it is a song because it's a whole ass movie. He exposes his nuts at a concert, then gets arrested for it, and then he goes to jail and then fears that he's gonna be R-worded in jail. And then there's a crazy ending, surprisingly twist ending at the very end. Was not expecting it myself. I can't say I hate the song. And then I Love It is just, the chorus is so annoying. I love it, 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 I love it. Stop. I'm still gonna say Jail Part 1 is the worst song because who's gonna play that in their playlist? Who's gonna put Jail Part 1 on in the car? Who's gonna do that? Like, you're insane if you're playing that in the car, unironically. So Jail Part 1, you're moving on. Sorry, little Dicky. Can't be showing you nuts. I knew it'd be here eventually. Karma versus LWRW. If you don't know what that means, it means left wrist right wrist That's what it means. If you don't believe me, listen to the song yourself. I literally did a perfect rendition of that. Karma by JoJo Siwa was everywhere for being a bad song, but I think it was mostly for the dance moves. It was around everywhere because the song is just kind of like, it's just overproduced. It plays on it sounds like a song that'd be playing on the radio for a month and then everybody forgets about it, which kind of happened because I did kind of forget this song even was a thing. And then LWRW, left wrist, right wrist, is just a dumb annoying song as well. Trippie's vocal performance on that, oh, it's infuriating. It's like the most basic lyrics ever. It's stupid and I don't like it. It's getting moved on. Sorry, Trippie. I'm surprised JoJo Siwa's song is better technically than this, but she just had a good placement. That's all I'm giving her. She just had a good placement. Meteor Man versus No More. Trippie is having a terrible year so far. Meteor Man is just a dumb Lil Uzi song. It's not an aura. I'll tell you that, it's not an aura. And honestly, this song just makes me laugh when I listen to it because it's funny when he's just saying, this is an aura, this is an aura, this is an aura. It just makes me laugh because who thought this was good? No More, we get it. You were sad as a kid and then you grew up and got sadder again. It's like, come on. Like, it's whatever. It's moving on. No More is moving on. It's just crap. I don't like it. I do not like it at all. I don't want to listen to it no more. That's all I gotta say. OPPY Day versus Paars in the Mars. People were really hating on OPPY Day. I've been seeing it a lot on YouTube. People are hating on OPPY Day. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's one of the better songs on here. I didn't mind it. I actually didn't mind OPPY Day that much. I mean, I didn't think it was that good, but I don't think it's as bad as other people are saying. Paars in the Mars, if you've listened to it, I have a question. Did you know Lil Uzi sips walk? Because that's all he talks about. It's just an absolute mess. It's like a dumpster fire of a song. Like, it's all over the place. All over the place. I would rather listen to OPPY Day, honestly, than Paars in the Mars. So, Paars in the Mars, you're moving on. PLUTOSKI versus the song of the year, some people would say, Thick of It by KSI. And Trippie Redd, once again, is back in here. I think this is his third entry so far. Future lost all motor skills on PLUTOSKI. Like, what is he doing? What are you doing, man? The music listeners deserve better than, they deserve more. I think a 3-year-old could enunciate better than Future did on this song. And then the glorious Thick of It by KSI. The thing is, when you listen to it, it's like your basic ass royalty-free song. It's just overproduced and it just sounds like there was too much effort going into it, which made it bad. But I think PLUTOSKI is worse because there's like no effort in PLUTOSKI. There's none. At least you could say with Thick of It, there was too much effort that went into it, trying to make it sound good. I don't know what they were doing. But anyway, PLUTOSKI, you're moving on. I did not like it. I don't want to listen to a man going, I don't want to listen to that. Think You the Shit, in parentheses, fart, versus Treesh. Surprisingly, I actually like Think You the Shit Fart. The beat's fire, man. The beat's fire, what can I say? And I think it's the best Ice Spice song on this bracket, honestly. Treesh is just kind of like PLUTOSKI with a little more effort, but he's still just going, Treesh, Treesh, Treesh. I think the beat on Think You the Shit Fart is better, so I'm just gonna go Treesh, you're moving on. That might be a controversial opinion, but Treesh, I'm sorry, you're moving on. You My Everything versus Wagwan Delilah. It's the Drake matchup, and it's pretty obvious, I think. You My Everything, all is downhill due to Sexy Red. The, like, out of tune, You My Everything, yeah, I love you. Atrocious. I can't stand listening to it. Drake's performance with the BBL Drizzy beat and whatever, it's alright. I'm not listening to the song because Sexy Red ruined it completely. I'm not listening to that ever again. But Wagwan Delilah, that is even more atrocious. Atrocious on both parties. Snow Day and Drake, that is awful. That song is diabolical because you're taking a classic song and completely ruining it. You're mutilating the song. It is not good at all. And the only redeeming quality is it's like kind of funny to listen to, but I can't get through it. So it's an obvious move on for Wagwan Delilah. Surprisingly, You My Everything is safe. Surprisingly. The last matchup of round 1 is We Bring the Boom versus Willis. We Bring the Boom is also one of the better songs on here. And it's insane I'm saying that because it's made by the Costco guys, but it is. It's one of the better songs on here. I can actually listen to this and not hate myself after listening to it. Willis was a weird one. It sounds like Kid Cudi is absolutely gone out of his mind. He is not coherent, and they put him in front of a microphone and press record. Like, I don't understand the appeal. I don't like it, and I think it's a clear move on. Because We Bring the Boom is a better song. I'd rather listen to We Bring the Boom than Willis. Sorry. Now we're into round 2, and things are spicing up a little bit. We got Bigfoot versus Facts. And I think it's pretty obvious that Facts is the worst song out of the two. Facts is just all over the place nonsense. It's not good. Production-wise, it's kind of alright. But all the other bullshit, no, it's not good. Grippy versus HOODRAT. This is tough, man, because I hate listening to Grippy, and I also hate listening to HOODRAT. I hate both of them. Man, I think I'm gonna go with HOODRAT moving on. Even though I hate Grippy so much, I think I would rather listen to that than the HOODRAT loop. The vocal mixing and the auto-tune on HOODRAT was also not good either, so I guess HOODRAT's moving on. Sadly, Grippy's not gonna take the win. Jail Part 1 versus Left Wrist, Right Wrist. I think this is pretty easy. I cannot stand Left Wrist, Right Wrist. I cannot. I would rather listen to Jail Part 1 on repeat than listen to Left Wrist, Right Wrist. It's just the most annoying vocal performance, the most basic ass lyrics. Like, this is just dumb. It's just a dumb song. Left Wrist, Right Wrist, you're moving on. It's dumb. No More, Paars in the Mars. Even though Paars in the Mars is an absolute mess, I don't like listening to No More. It's like, I don't like the promoting of always being sad. I get there are people that are sad a lot of the time. Why do we gotta make like cheesy, corny songs about it? I just don't like it. No More, you're moving on. PLUTOSKI versus Trish. A very similar combo. Both lack effort, but I think Trish is the better song. So PLUTOSKI, you're moving on. I do not like the don't like it. Final matchup of round 2, Wagwan Delilah versus Willis. Willis sounds like a song that somebody recorded high off of multiple drugs, but I still think I would rather listen to it than Wagwan Delilah because I can't stand that song. I hate it. There we go, round 2 completed. We're in round 3, the semifinals, and there are 6 songs left. So let's go through them. Facts versus HOODRAT. Facts versus HOODRAT. We're not playing now. We're not playing. Literally, we're not playing any of these songs. We're not playing any of them. I think the obvious choice is Facts. HOODRAT's just bad, but Facts is just bad because they're trying to be controversial and just want attention and stuff. So Facts is moving on to the finals. Congratulations. Left Wrist, Right Wrist versus No More. That's an accomplishment, Trippie. You got 2 songs in the semifinals for worst song of 2024. I hope you have a better year next year, Trippie, honestly. Even though I don't like either song, I hate the Left Wrist, Right Wrist. I don't like that. The squealy voice, don't like it at all. It irks me. It irks me bad. Left Wrist, Right Wrist, you're moving on to the finals. Final round of the semifinals, PLUTOSKI versus Wagwan Delilah. This is easy. This is probably the easiest one on here. Wagwan Delilah, you're gone. PLUTOSKI, yeah, it's a bad song, but not as bad as Wagwan. Wagwan is crazy. So congratulations, Wagwan. You made it to the finals. Three songs up against each other, and this will determine the worst song of 2024. In my opinion. We have Facts versus LWRW, also known as Left Wrist, Right Wrist, versus Wagwan Delilah. I'm gonna eliminate one to make it easier on myself. Left Wrist, Right Wrist, even though it is bad and I do not like it at all, I think it's the most redeeming I guess, out of the three. I guess I would listen to that one first. I don't know. They're all bad. I'm not listening to any of them. So I think I'm gonna say Left Wrist, Right Wrist is safe. So it's between Facts and Wagwan Delilah. I think I have reached my decision. I am going to say the worst song of 2024 is Wagwan Delilah by Snow Day and Drake. That is the worst song. My thinking behind this is Facts is a sonically better song. The sound of it is better than Wagwan Delilah. Even though the subject matter is not, I think it's better. Ugh. Makes me want to barf. I hope you enjoyed this worst songs of 2024 bracket. And if you want to go through some more excruciating pain, you can listen to all these songs. That'll make your day. Yeah, that'll make your day good. It might make you laugh, but it also might make you cry afterwards because you just wasted an hour and a half of your life listening to the worst songs of the year. And you're never going to get that hour and a half back in your life. Hope we get some great music in 2025. Hopefully we get less bad songs in 2025, but I think it's inevitable that there is going to be some garbage. But let's just hope there's less garbage than last year. Well, anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.